Hey babes, Mother Teresa here, sharing my very first video with you. And in this video, I'm going to explain what childhood sexual abuse is and how the trauma from it follows you in everyday adult life. You're going to want to stay through the entirety of this video because I'm going to have some key points to share with you and some of my own experiences and how I'm coping with it now. Not only did I discover this problem through reading materials such as journals, books, even websites, but also through my personal experiences. I want to bring awareness to all communities because it happens no matter what your social or economic status is, including religion. Because you are a starseed, and I'm sure that's what you are, I don't believe that things happen by coincidence. You clicked on here because the God of the universe guided you here. I want to bring peace, love, and light to you, my beautiful warriors. You have been in this fight for far too long, and you survived one of the most despicable crimes ever committed against a child. Some language in my content may be explicit because I'm a passionate soul. So if you're sensitive, then you may want to leave. And if this material resonates with you, and you would like to get this awareness out there, then hit the like and subscribe button, plus the notification bell, so you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. Okay, let's go. What is childhood sexual abuse? CSA. So babes, I would like to, from now on through this video, refer it as CSA. So what is it? It's sexual activity with a child by an adult. Sexual activity with a child by an adolescent. And sexual activity with a child by an older child. Now, they want to say there's some gray areas where as older children or adolescents engage in sexual activity with a child is not really considered a bad sexual behavior. They claim it's innocent and they're exploring rather than abusing. Now, there are two types of CSA. One is touching. That includes touching a child's genitals, making a child touches someone else's genitals, playing sexual games, putting objects inside of their body parts, such as their privates and their mouths and their behind for sexual pleasure. Another one is non-touching, and that includes showing pornography to a child, exposing a person's genitals to a child, prostituting or trafficking a child, photographing a child in sexual poses, encouraging a child to watch or hear sexual acts either in person or on a video, or watching a child undress or use the bathroom. Did you know every 9 minutes a claim of CSA is reported to Child Protection Services? And over 65,000 children are abused in the United States each year. And that 1 in every 4 adult women and 1 in every 13 adult men were abused sexually as children. Adverse childhood experience, abbreviated ACE, and I'll have some links to all of this I'm talking about in my description. ACE is how CSA long-term impacts a person's physical and mental health, and that includes unplanned pregnancies, chronic health conditions such as obesity or cancer, depression and PTSD, substance abuse, and increased risk of suicide. This is the problem because CSA causes long-term effects, mainly mental health issues. You may have had some type of experience with these issues in your trajectory into your adulthood, including anxiety-related self-destruction behavior such as alcoholism or drug abuse, anxiety attacks, and even insomnia. So what are some possible solutions? Trying to classify which behaviors are sex play or a distinctly abusive event is not always easy. Professionals report that sibling sexual abuse is increasing, yet parents may not have observed or may misunderstand, minimize, or ignore these behaviors. So I would say one solution to that is do not let your boys and girls share the same bedroom, babes. Don't do that. Parents and caregivers should talk with their children about their bodies and give information about respecting their own bodies and others' bodies. You can get help with this by asking a professional or finding a book that illustrates healthy ways to do this. When inappropriate or abusive sexual behavior occurs, you need to intervene. Professionals may have to put protective factors in place for the problematic sexual behavior by determining if or when the need for a child to be removed. You want to report these problematic behaviors. Professionals can plan a treatment approach with visitation and reunification decisions. Now, when I was younger, I think I left home. I was like 10 years old. I didn't return till around 14 years old. But, 13, and then I went to another facility out in Powell, Ohio. Anyway, I thought I was going to die. It's something about when you're young and you know you're being abused, but you still want to be home. So I went through that, but God knows I survived. I'm here. Sometimes it is better, for the child to be removed from the home. Whether it's the one who's afflicting, the abuse on to another child, or maybe the one who's actually suffering from the abuse. I don't know. Like I said, you would have to talk to a professional. I'm not certified yet to do that. So, but I'm going to tell you one thing. Another thing, sometimes you may have to, go off to yourself and be by yourself while you in this healing process, because it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of work. Sometimes it may be even sensible to think about taking, something like some medication like antidepressants or anxiety meds. They have some real good ones on the market, guys. So sometimes, you gotta juggle it around and see which one fits you the best, but it's worth, being able to be in, to focus and to get stuff done, and yeah. My final thoughts are, there shouldn't be any gray areas. We just gonna forget about that part, because I feel that it's still inappropriate and it is abusive when it's done upon a younger child. Younger child does not have the capability to make decisions, whereas if they want to be touched or not. I mean, come on. Also, you may want to look in to see what's going on with that older child or that adolescent, because something may have happened to them. You have to ask questions. I mean, you cannot be afraid to ask your children these questions. It's very mandatory at this time and age, because people are doing it so randomly, like it's just okay to do, and they're destroying these children's lives. These children aren't going to be children forever. They're going to get grown. They're going to have children of their own. And that's another thing I'm going to be talking about in my future videos. I want to talk about parenting. When you have been a survivor of CSA, we're going to talk about a lot of things, because these things are needed to be talked about. Not talking about it is like actually bringing shame to the survivor. So we have to get this out there. We have to get this awareness out there. Won't you help me? I know growing up wasn't easy for me. I think the very first time I was touched, I had to been like 5 years old. And it was a very uncomfortable feeling. It was a very frightening feeling. And I didn't know who to go to, first of all, because I was brought up in a very, very highly religious home. So things weren't spoken of, like sex and, things like that. Mostly what was brought up was you're going to burn in hell if you do it. And so imagine a child knowing that this had happened to her or him and carried it, not telling anyone, and then actually really thinking that you were going to die and burn in hell for it. So I took it upon myself to come on here and talk about it. You just don't know how many things has came up against me, to the point of making me not wanting to do this. But my God, the God of my understanding, that speaks to me and through me, told me it was time. So here I am, guys. My name is Teresa. You can call me that, or you can call me Mother Teresa. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, so let's go ahead, and let's get this out. We're going to talk about a lot of things, guys. We're going to talk about, like I said, parenting. We're going to talk about, even ladies, we have to understand that these things also happen to males as well, men, boys. So we have to, keep some empathy for the opposite sex, because they go through it too. And yeah, and I'm going to try my best to help if I can. I am a life coach, and I just feel like this is that one subject that no one wants to talk about it, and I'm just crazy enough to do it. So thank you for putting up with me. Okay, so yeah, I want to talk about a lot of stuff. We're going to talk about them anger issues and trust issues. We definitely going to talk about that, because if I know any better, I'm sure you guys have experience where you even was like, wow, I'm really over the top right now. What made me get to this point? And I just want to let you know, hey, I understand, and it has everything to do with this CSA. So I want to thank y'all for listening. and I would like for you guys to email me. I won't leave the comment section open because this is a very sensitive subject and I want to keep it as private as possible. So email me at motherteresababes@yahoo.com. It's going to be in the description box. You can also support my channel by clicking the like, the subscribe, and the notification bell, or you can also cash at me at $Mother Teresa 222. Thanks for watching again, and I'll talk to you in the next video.